right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon. In this video, we're going to be talking about this Jake Paul versus Gervonta Davis fight and some predictions that were made and reactions that are being had about the fight itself. I'm going to tell you ahead of time, man, you guys need to calm down and relax, brother. It's not that big a deal. Let's talk about that in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon, and in this video, we're going to be talking about this mismatch freak show of a fight that is going to be taking place between Gervonta Tank Davis and Jake Paul. Some of my favorite boxing commentators on YouTube and in the gyms and boxing let me know what they thought is going to happen in the fight itself. And the more that I talk to people, the more that I think and accept that this fight is happening, the more entertaining I know that it is going to wind up being. Now, before I get into the details, let me welcome you back to the channel. If you are new to the channel, please accept my invitation to hit the subscribe button. Also, thank you to everybody that supports and the super thanks of videos like this. It really makes a huge difference to the channel. Let's get into this, man. Look, my guy, Greg Hackett, shout out to Greg Hackett, who gave an interview on YSM Sports Media, basically said that he believed that Gervonta Davis is going to FUCK up Jake Paul. And that is what is going to happen in this fight. I've also talked to several other people that were basically saying, man, Jake Paul is probably going to screw around and get hurt in this fight because Gervonta Davis is a real fighter with real hand speed. And you cannot count on Gervonta Davis pulling punches with Jake Paul. You can't count on it because of the size differential. And let me tell you what I mean. If you've ever actually been in a fight, not a boxing match, but in a fight with a guy that is little, I myself am around 6'1", a little short of 6'2", weigh about 250 pounds at the moment, right? So, and most of the weight is honest weight, probably a good 215, 220 of honest weight, right? Got a little chub on me, but I've been in a lot of fights, and let me tell you, you do not want to fight a little guy. A big guy that fights a little guy, you got to understand that that little guy is in protection mode when he sees you. He is not pulling punches. He's going to do anything he has to do to win a fight with a big dude. That is just in the mentality of smaller guys. That's why they call it a Napoleonic complex. Like when they so used to having everybody pick on them because they're small, mess with them because they're small, that they have to take, an over the top type of personality, or in the case of somebody like Gervonta Davis, be particularly violent in his reactions to people that play with him. So I'm listening and watching Jake Paul, and Jake Paul is just needle and tank, saying all of this stuff that is like this obnoxious. It's not truly even funny, the stuff that Jake Paul is saying. It's just snide and obnoxious. And you look at the facial expression of Gervonta Davis in this particular in the press conference, and you can just look at him and tell, like, no, this dude he's gonna get this money for sure, because there's so much money out there to be had. But Jake Paul better be not playing around, man. Not get cute, not play any games. Don't hit him in the back of the head. Don't rabbit punch him. Don't do any of that stuff, man, because Mike Tyson. First of all, Mike Tyson, a lot of people think Mike Tyson was pulling punches on Jake Paul, and a lot of people think that Anderson Silva was pulling punches on him too. You're not going to have a little Gervonta out there pulling punches on you, man, if you're out there playing games. So, I don't like the fight at all. However, as far as it being an entertaining situation, I almost guarantee you that fight itself is going to be entertaining. That it's going to be something that you look at and you're going to say, man, everybody's going to watch it. Everybody's going to want to know what happens in it. But at the same time, it's kind of like what people think, when you see a car crash, like you're driving down the road and all of a sudden the traffic gets heavy and you're like, man, I'm going to be in traffic for a long time. And then you drive forward a little bit and then you see, oh oh man, this is some accident on the other side of the road and everybody just slowing down to watch. That's the type of entertainment that you can expect from this fight between Gervonta Davis and Jake Paul. There's going to be a lot of people watching it, but I got to say, man, you really can't blame the guy on what he's doing. And there's a lot of criticism flying on Gervonta Davis. It's not Gervonta Davis's fault that boxing took this turn. This turn of these exhibition fights and people not caring about the belts and all of that stuff came with Floyd Mayweather Jr., man. It came during that period of time where Floyd Mayweather Jr. put money above everything. And then he went out in his last fight with his career with that exhibition against Conor McGregor. Ever since people got behind that fight, people have been trying to repeat that bank robbery that Floyd Mayweather Jr. pulled off with Conor McGregor. You have Tyson Fury that did it. Matter of fact, Deontay Wilder wanted to fight Francis Ngannou in one of those big major fights like that. And what happened? The fight got stolen from him and Tyson Fury did it instead. And then Anthony Joshua did it. Right? It's like, come on, man. This has been in the works for a long time. Everybody is going for the money. Everybody is celebrating people fighting for money. And when a guy like Gervonta has the opportunity to earn that amount of money with a fight that is probably low risk for him, the only big risk that he has is if he allows himself to lose focus and he gets hit dead on the chin by Jake Paul full force, right? Other than that, I don't see it. And I don't see Gervonta Davis doing that, right? So he's going to go out there, get his money real quick, man. But my personal thing as well is, look, man, since he's doing it, he might as well beat up Jake Paul. Like, I ain't lying, man. Since he's already going to be fighting Jake Paul and he's already putting people through this nonsense, which is really just making us wait till the next real fight that they have. Hey, man, at least you can do the full out, all out job on Jake Paul, because there would be no excuse and nobody could even raise an issue with if Gervonta Davis went in there and treated Jake Paul very seriously, and really, really went to thumping on that dude and messed him up. Now, I'm telling you the way that I think that he can mess up Jake Paul is that he can just go to the body consistently with Jake Paul. If he just jabs to the stomach, that real stiff jab to the solar plexus, and he can jump in, hit, and get out and slip out, and he continues to do that to Jake Paul, gets on the inside, lands liver shots against Jake Paul over the course of 5 or 6 rounds, I'm telling you, man, that is going to start hurting Jake Paul, man, and he's going to start getting frustrated. Them hands are going to start dropping, and when them hands drop, man, boom, that sucker coming up right up at you. And do not think he can't help hurt Jake Paul with that uppercut, because if he gets on the inside and he really throws a hard uppercut to Jake Paul's chin, don't be surprised if Jake Paul drops like a sack of potatoes. And I would be very happy if he did. That's the only way that this fight would be worth it, is if the fight itself wound up being very entertaining and Gervonta winds up stopping that guy, similar to how I felt about the Terrence Crawford-Canelo Alvarez fight, and how I thought that the outcome of that fight made all the other drama around that stuff worth it. But anyway, that's my take on the matter. Please let me know what you think in the comment section. And with that, I'm out.